What is up, Chase That Coin family? Shaka Daniel here with you, aka Chase That Coin. And today we have a lot to discuss. Shout out to the people who have been sending me Dash tips, Litecoin tips, Bitcoin tips. I appreciate you all. Shout out to my viewers who have been here for long periods of time. I'm just going to give it a couple seconds to try to get some more viewers in here. But to the viewer who is out there, shout out to you too. So I'm going to give it a couple of seconds. Share this link out on Twitter, Facebook, wherever it is that you can. Appreciate you all. Got on my Jurassic Park shirt because we're out here trying to eat, baby. We're out here trying to eat these Bitcoin profits. All right. We are out here trying to eat. Just trying to eat. All right, I'm not going to hold it up any much longer. The first thing I would like to say is I've been getting emails about this. Emails of people saying, oh, they don't understand why my channel isn't growing, or why don't I have more subscribers. The main thing that my channel is here for, all right, my channel, the Chase That Coin channel, is here to simplify trading, investing, some news that I feel is important surrounding cryptocurrency. That's what I'm here for. Whether I have 5 subscribers or whether I have 50,000 subscribers, it is all the same to me. I do appreciate the people clicking that subscribe button, and I do want to grow my channel, but that's not my main focus. My main focus is to bring you quality content. All right. I've always been one for quality over quantity. All right. So I want my videos to be more so evergreen. I want them to be quality. I want to put up good predictions and have them have a high percentage of being right. Okay. So that's that. All right. And even to the newer YouTubers, there's a wave of new YouTubers that are out there. Whether you have 100 subscribers, 300, just can't even talk, 300 subscribers, that's a lot. As far as think about it like this. If you were in a room and there were 100 people or 300 or 50 or 1,000 people there listening to you talk, that would be kind of nerve-wracking, wouldn't it? So it's the same thing on YouTube. All right. But the only difference is we're not in the same room. But having 300 subscribers, it's a lot of subscribers. That's a lot of people that are listening to you. So I appreciate every one of my subscribers, and no, my channel isn't where I want it to be, but I am happy just being able to bring you guys quality content, and happy to help my students who I am constantly training. I'm constantly training people when I'm not doing YouTube videos, and I haven't had anyone not be happy with my training and not come away with a whole new outlook of the cryptocurrency market. All right, so I'm not going to get into that too much, but shout out to all you here at the Chase That Coin family. I appreciate you all. Now today, like I said, we have a lot to discuss. And um, I did say in a video, maybe a video or two ago, that I do not think that the altcoin bubble has popped yet. I do not think so. Um, and I think that as long as Bitcoin goes up steadily, and as long as Bitcoin's transaction fees are a little bit higher than they normally are, and the backlog is filled with maybe about 90,000 um, orphaned transactions, I think that the altcoin market is going to take full advantage of this. As certain altcoins like Ethereum and different altcoins become more popular, they are going to start to suck away the profits from a lot of smaller altcoins that are trying to do something similar to what something like a Bitcoin, Ethereum, a Dash, a Monero are trying to do. The Bitcoin dominance is at 60%. I think it's going to definitely fall to 50% because that's a psychological number, and that's an important number as far as Fibonacci. I think that it's definitely going to fall to about 50% rather quickly. Within the next couple of months, I think, especially if no big news is coming out about a Litecoin SegWit, whether it be UASF or whatever it may be, whether it be Moonbeam. I doubt it's going to be Moonbeam, but as long as there is somewhat of murky waters within Bitcoin, I think that the altcoin market is going to continue to go up. But I am looking for bearish evidence within certain altcoins that are shooting up within a 90-degree angle. I'm looking for rights to bearish evidence for a slight pullback to make some entries. All right. I don't want to just jump in after these consecutive white horse candle patterns or a straight up 90-degree angle. All right. So let us look at the charts. Let's do some screen sharing because that's always fun. All right. Looking at yourself is weird, man. All right, let's look at this. I just clicked on this Tourcoin thing. I'm gonna go back and look at it because if it has some legitimacy behind it, this may pump hard. All right, if it has some good legitimacy and some good use cases and a fairly competent developer or two, that may pump hard. But let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum, the upside for Ethereum is kind of crazy. I think Ethereum could easily hit $100. But the thing that troubles me with Ethereum kind of is Ethereum is supposed to be this decentralized computer of sorts, right? Who is going to be paying the more expensive and Ethereum is supposed to be gas. It's not supposed to be a currency. Who is going to be paying for these expensive gas prices? I know that they're talking about something like a Lightning network or a Raiden network on top of Ethereum, but unless some kind of solution is going to come out to make these transactions or group these transactions or something, the gas prices for these dApps are going to be very, very high. All right. And as far as I know, not one of the applications built on top of Ethereum actually do anything yet. All right. They don't do anything. I mean, they have trading value, but they don't do anything. So by the time that they are ready to do something, Ethereum may be at a very high price. All right. And something like storage, which moved from being on top of the Bitcoin network to something like an Ethereum, by the time that they actually get some momentum going, how pricey is this gas going to be? That's kind of worrisome. On top of the fact that Ethereum doesn't have a finite aspect to it. All right. So that kind of worries me with Ethereum. Excuse me. Now, Ripple is one of those things that I think that a lot of cryptocurrency people don't like it, but I do think, especially if Ripple actually gets backing from some of these big banks, because mind you, look at this, $53 million, 24-hour volume. This is some heavy hitters putting this money in there. These aren't just the average Joes, especially with the amount of Ripple in circulation, XRP in circulation. All right. So these are some heavy hitters that are possibly putting this money into Ripple. And it's for banks. And I know that within the cryptocurrency world and space, we don't like to look at it. We don't want to think about the banks winning. All right. But I consider myself a realist, and we gotta be realistic. And I personally think that banks aren't going anywhere within my lifetime at least. I don't think that banks will be going anywhere. If anything, they are going to evolve and learn how to use the blockchain technology to their advantage and not really share it with the customers. They're going to take it and they're going to run wild with it and increase their margins while still charging people the same amount. If anything, banks using the blockchain technology, the customers will be able to maybe do a faster transaction officially, even though the credit card system behind the scenes, it takes a long time. When you swipe your credit card and you sign on the line, you get to walk out the store with it. So you wouldn't even notice that. All right. Dash, 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 dash. Dash is a beastie, hell of a marketing machine, and it's getting ready to test 100 again. I could easily see Dash going up to about $300 per coin. I could easily see that happening. Oh, my food's here. Hold on, guys. Gotta eat. Hold on. Hello. My food's here, guys. My food's here. All right. Anyway, yeah, I definitely could see Dash going up into about $300 a coin within the next, I don't want to say 2017, but definitely within early 2018. I could see Dash closing at about $200 a coin by the end of 2017. Ethereum Classic. The great thing about Ethereum Classic is the higher Ethereum goes, the more legitimate or the more Ethereum Classic will get consideration from investors. All right. So if Ethereum goes to 500, I could easily see Ethereum Classic going to where Ethereum is right now, which is about 75, 80 bucks easily. All right. Within the Adam Meister show, my last time on the Adam Meister show, I called for PIVX dropping off and I called for Lisk pumping. So if you sold off some PIVX, it went down to about $1.20. It pushed back up and it looks like it's holding a little bit. So maybe somebody made a little profit off of that, jumping in at $1.20, routing it up back to $1.90 and selling it off. But if you took that trade, if you took a position in Lisk, then you possibly made about 30% on your profit right then and there. All right. Let's look at this Bitcoin dominance though. All right. And the reason I want, like really, in my eyes, the Bitcoin dominance thing, it doesn't even matter. You know why it doesn't matter to me? To me, is because people are looking at it like, oh, the Bitcoin dominance is going down. But you're grouping all of the altcoins together. Like, that doesn't even make any sense to me. It's not all the altcoins versus Bitcoin. It's every altcoin for itself. Because let's say if Ethereum becomes more popular or more valuable in price than Bitcoin, all right, then it's going to be, oh, the Ethereum dominance. And what are you going to group Bitcoin within the altcoins and have it Bitcoin and all the altcoins versus Ethereum dominance? That doesn't even make any sense to me. It's every altcoin for itself. Every altcoin for itself. And if we're looking at it like that, then Bitcoin is still the most dominant. All right. Now, if and possibly when another altcoin goes past Bitcoin in market capitalization, then that coin will be the dominant one. Bitcoin will be the second dominant, and down the list it goes of the 1,000 cryptocurrencies that there are. But as far as just grouping it all together and saying the Bitcoin dominance and blah, 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 that makes no sense to me. But I have to go with the flow of things, and that's the flow of things. And in my opinion, 50% is the mark that this market is looking for. All right. But if you know anything about trading, or if you are a good trader, and if you're not, I do one-on-one cryptocurrency tradings. I just got off of one, and then I jumped right into this. But that was a little pitch for myself. But if you know anything about trading, 50% is a very strong psychological number. All right. This is a very strong psychological number and a very powerful number within Fibonacci retracements. All right. So the market, in my opinion, the real entry of the Fibonacci would be the 38, but I don't think Bitcoin is going there anytime soon. So I would say that the level that it's looking for is the 50. All right. But if depending on how fast it goes to the 50%, the 50% level will determine how fast it snaps back up. All right. So the faster it goes to the 50% level, in my opinion, it's going to be way oversold. And at that point, we might get some news of the user activated soft fork. We might get some news of Moonbeam, even though I don't think Moonbeam people are going to be messing with Moonbeam like that. We can anything. All right. So yeah, the quicker it drops down, and it's been dropping down very sharply, very sharply. I think that it's going to be oversold, or altcoins are going to be overbought, or however you want to look at it. And I think it's going to snap back up rather sharply. All right. So that's that for the Bitcoin dominance. But yeah, in my opinion, it's every altcoin for itself. This isn't all 999 of the altcoins versus just Bitcoin. And I mean, it does kind of make sense why it's looked at it like that, because all of these altcoins are valued in Bitcoin. All right. People look at it like, oh, they're valued in US dollar. No, they're valued in Bitcoin. They're valued in Satoshis. Burst is worth blah, blah, blah Satoshis. All right. Doge is worth XYZ Satoshis. They're valued in Satoshis, even Ripple. All right. But the thing that I like to think about it as, okay, like I said, what if, because mind you, Ethereum is at 6 billion, almost, let's say 7 billion. It can easily catch up to this 21 billion. I mean, whether you're the biggest Bitcoin maximalist or not, like, let's be realistic. It can easily catch up to this 21 million. All right. But when it does, or if it does catch up to this 21 million and pass it and go to 22 million, are we going to start valuing Ethereum? Are we going to start valuing all the altcoins in Ethereum? That's the real question. All right, that is the real question. I think that's like the most important question, because if not, if Ethereum passes Bitcoin and goes to 22 billion and Bitcoin is still at 21, and Ethereum is still valued in Bitcoin, who is the true dominant one? All right. That's why I've always said, until altcoins can be bought without going through Bitcoin, and until they are valued within their own means of currency, whether it be a 0.00001 dash or whatever, until it's valued within its own thing, and you can go on multiple cryptocurrency exchanges and buy these without having to be associated with anything to do with Bitcoin, it is silly for these altcoins to be down talking Bitcoin. And mind you, I do consider myself somewhat of a Bitcoin maximalist, but I am also a realist. First and foremost, I am a realist. And realistically, like I just said, Ethereum can catch up to Bitcoin. That's the realist in me. The realist in me says, don't be stupid, Shaka. Ethereum can catch up to Bitcoin. It can. And it's making strides to do exactly that. All right. That would be kind of crazy, because like I said, Ethereum isn't finite. All right. It isn't finite. There isn't a limit on how much there's going to be. So that would kind of be crazy. And then on top of that, how much is the gas going to be for these dApps? These dApps are going to be ridiculously expensive to run. All right, let's check out the comment box. Trayvon says I have like 3 Bitcoins. Something like that. If you feel like that, Trey. If I recall, I recall you losing the 3 Bitcoins a while ago and saying that you didn't have any more Bitcoins and you upload a whole bunch. So your analogy right there doesn't make much sense. Your videos are still funny to me though. Oh, we got Craig Grant in here too. Okay. Yeah, he lost. Mike Vinny says he lost. Yeah, I remember him saying he lost 3, equivalent to almost 4K. But that's not important. But just think of your analogy, Trey. You upload all the time, and you said you lost 3. So if I don't upload a lot, do I have 3? I don't upload a lot because I trade forex, I train people offline, I do a lot of things, and also I was moving into my new place a while back, so I definitely needed a break. I couldn't train people, move, and put up constant videos. And I like quality over quantity. That was in the beginning of this video. I spoke on that. But anyway, I don't want to have my chat be about that. All right, yeah. Since I saw somebody speak on Gollum, let's go look at Gollum, however you want to pronounce it. All right, and this is where I make my bread and butter. All right, this is my bread and butter. A lot of people talk about trading cryptocurrencies and trading and doing all of this stuff, but they can't they can't trade the traditional market. They can't trade forex. They can't trade because that's partially because the cryptocurrency market is, I don't want to say easy to trade, but it's easier to get lucky. All right, you could spend your whole day looking at the troll box and buying coins from the troll box and possibly get lucky and feel like you are a good trader, right? So a lot of people do that within altcoin trading and stuff like that, and they feel like Wolf of Wall Street. But right here on Gollum, however you want to pronounce it, this is a very sharp move, and it's looking to retest its all-time high. All right, this is almost a straight up 90 move. All right, I am going to be looking for bearish evidence within the all-time high zone. I'm going to be looking for bearish evidence and a reversal before I get back in this market. It wouldn't be a good idea. I mean, if you want to go super long term, then I guess it won't be a bad idea to buy in here, but it wouldn't be the best idea for you to jump in right here. What would be a better idea as far as Gollum, and as far as a lot of these cryptocurrencies, is wait until you get bearish evidence at a strategic zone, wait for a pullback to another supported level of buying or support or whatever it is that you want to call it, and then make your entry. All right. A lot of people, and that's why this altcoin market is going to kill a lot of people's Bitcoin holdings. It's going to just slowly eat away at it because this market is prime for FOMO. All right. This market is prime for FOMO. No, Craig. I'm not in Gollum at the moment, but I am looking for a level of entry. I've been doing this for some time, so and not only that, I pride myself on being disciplined. I pride myself on being disciplined and trading. I was just telling my last student this. If you're here, I don't want to say your name because I don't know if you want everybody to know your business. But if you're here, you can attest to the fact, maybe put it in the chat. I was just telling my last student, trading isn't about how much money you make. People think it's about how much money you make. It's about how much money you don't lose. That's what trading is about. Trading is about how much money you don't lose. And I'm going to give you this example. Let's say a person makes 500K in a year off of trading, right? And I only make 100K. But at the end of the year, December 31st, the person that made 500K only has $10,000 of his profit left. And at the end of the year, I have $95,000 of my profit left. Who won? Who's the better trader? Obviously, I am. Right? Obviously, I am. It does not matter that you once upon a time made XYZ off of a trade. How much did you keep? Trading is a marathon. It's not a sprint. And the cryptocurrency, the altcoin markets, uh, make swell people's heads up to think that it's a sprint, and it's not a sprint. All right, and especially because people think that this is a lot of money. This is not a lot of money. Cryptocurrencies can go up 20 times from here or more. This is not a lot of money. This is still baby money. This is still baby money. All right. This is still baby money. So let's look at this right here. Let's measure this out. Me getting in right here, the market can pull back 23% on me. I can lose 23% in here just because I want to get in right now. But what I could do is wait, right? Even if the market pushes up, I can wait until the market pulls back to levels which it normally does, and then when it pushes up, all right, to retest, I can make 23% easily or make 47% easily. All right, this is not a race. It's not a race. It's not a sprint. Excuse me. It's a marathon. This is a marathon, and cryptocurrency and the altcoin markets are fooling people. Well, people are fooling themselves because the market is just doing what the market does. But the market is, people are having this illusion that it's about a sprint and a sprint to get the most Bitcoin. Yeah, you want to get the most Bitcoin that you possibly can, but it's not about getting there super fast with high risk. All right. I have an appetite for risk. I do. But I don't have an appetite for silliness. Trayvon says 200 off of Gollum since I bought Friday. That's great. Da, 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 da. Craig Grant says holding is a marathon. Um, Holding is a marathon. Holding is also a form of a marathon, but trading is also a marathon. I'm gonna give you guys some statistics. 95% of day traders in any market are unprofitable. You heard that? 95% of day traders in the long run are unprofitable. If you didn't know that, Chasethatcoin told you that first. 95% of day traders in any market, whether it be traditional, whether it be stock, whether it be Forex, whether it be cryptocurrencies as well, are eventually unprofitable. You know why? Because day traders are treating the market like it's a sprint. They're jumping in and out 10,000 times a day, not even thinking about the price that it's costing them to jump in and out of the market like that, or the price that it's costing them to even put the trade out there. They're not thinking about that. They're just jumping in and out, jumping in and out, jumping in and out. And eventually, this isn't my stats. All right. 95% of day traders are unprofitable. Day traders actually give trading the bad name that it has. All right. Now, people will tell you, oh, trading is risky. It is, but they're talking about day trading. All right. They're not talking about more so of a long-term swing trading style. They're talking about day trading. Day traders give trading a very bad name. All right. And many day traders who have been day trading for years are also transitioning over to be more so of a long-term swing style, trend style trader. And instead of sitting in front of the computer for 6 hours, especially altcoin traders, there's altcoin traders that sit in front of the computer and trade and jump in and out of Bittrex and Poloniex all day for 50,000 Satoshis. What? I have no time for that. I do not have time for that. I don't have time for that. I don't have the patience for that. I don't have it. I don't want it. I'm about stacking profits, but not 50,000 Satoshi profits. You can keep that. Craig Grant says feels good to be in the 1% of profitability. That's cool. That's cool, Craig. Listen, Craig, that 5%, there are winners out there. I'm not saying that there aren't, but 95% of day traders are unprofitable. So if you say the 1%, I don't know what the 1% is, but if you are in that 5% of profitable traders for now, don't tweak it, because the more you tweak it, the closer you'll be to the 95% of losers eventually. All right. And on top of that, I'm not saying this is going to happen to you, but I'm pretty sure a lot of those 95%ers, losers, day traders, I'm pretty sure they started off in the 5% profitability section as well. Trayvon says, what Forex broker do I use? I use Trader's Way. I use Trader's Way because I can withdraw my profits in Bitcoin. Right. So that's why you got to be able to trade the traditional market, because some people sit there and they're trying to squeeze Satoshis out of all of these markets. Mind you, for months upon months, sometimes the altcoin market goes dry. So if you can't truly trade, you're going to be sitting there trying to squeeze Satoshis out of a dry market. When somebody who can actually trade, like, you know what, I'm about to pull a LeBron James and I'm taking my talents to South Beach. South Beach being another market. whether it be the stock market, whether it be options, whether it be Forex. All right? Make a couple $1,000, pull it out in Bitcoin. Look, I'm still making more Bitcoin. Yes, Trayvon, they accept, you can deposit and withdraw in Bitcoin on Trader's Way. Let me look at. And now, mind you, I am not talking against trading. I am a trader myself. I just do not day trade. That is one of my golden rules. I do not day trade. Now, within the Forex market, sometimes I use super high leverage, and I up my risk factor. And when I do become profitable very quickly and I make a whole bunch of money, I take my profit right then and there. So I might be in a trade only a couple hours, but that is rarely I do that. But I do that as well. Yeah, but let's get back to this. Monero. Monero isn't doing as hot as I thought it would be doing, but you know when Monero is going to start doing hot again? Monero is going to start getting hot again once everyone starts to realize, wait a minute, Monero might very well be the best privacy coin. All right. Now, Alphabay and these darknet sites, they realize that Monero may very well be the best privacy coin, but the crypto space, us as investors in the crypto space, I don't think that we've realized that yet. All right, we're still waiting to see what Zcash is going to do and what Komodo is going to do and what Pivx is going to do when they implement Z-Snarks and what Ethereum is going to do. Now, mind you, if Z-Snarks works the way we think it works, or the way they say it works, and you don't have to have a certain amount of, and in Zcash, you have to have a certain amount of, I don't know if it's memory or whatever it is, RAM, I don't know what it is, but you have to have a certain amount of computing power to even run a private a transaction. If Ethereum comes out with Z-Snarks and you don't have to do that, and the whole transaction is one big black box, and you don't know what's going on whatsoever, then it may phase something like a Monero out. But Monero isn't doing super hot, one, because it went up so crazily last year. It already had, when all these other altcoin markets were not doing anything, Monero took off. Monero took off 20x, so, and now, right now, the investors and the traders in the market is trying to see if something like a Dash, something like a Zcash, something like a Pivx. There's so many of them as far as the private coin section. Something like a Komodo, something like a, there's so many of them. At the top of the, well, Tourcoin was just here. Tourcoin is coming out. This coin is coming out. The market is waiting. The market is waiting to see if the market is waiting to see which coin is actually the best as far as right now. What else coin did I want to look at? Oh, Tether. I think Tether is going to come crashing down. I think Tether is going to come crashing down, especially because of what did I just read? I just read someone cutting off their affiliate. The App Store, the Apple App Store, just got rid of the Tether app. All right, I don't know much about it, but I think Tether had some kind of application on top of the App Store where you could, whether you could deal with or whatever your Tether coins, and the App Store just got rid of that. Some people may say, "Oh, it's because of Apple Pay. It's because of this. It's because of that," but I don't know. I don't know. I know that look up Tether. Someone's Trayvon says, "Am I still in Bit Club?" I do have a. All right, I've been in Bitcoin for 2.5 years. When I first got into Bitcoin, I was way into mining. I was into Genesis mining. I was into Bit Club mining. I was into a bunch of mining. All right. I do still receive payments from all of these mining sites. But what I do not do is I do not promote or try to sign anyone up or try to use my referral code with anybody. And the reason I do not do that is because, one, I think that these mining sites are not profitable. They're not profitable unless you share your referral code and your this code and your that code with people. And I don't feel comfortable with doing that. All right. Um, I do not feel comfortable with selling someone a dream, right? Knowing that they will not see the same profits that I will see if they don't do what I can do. Now, mind you, I have about 1,700 subscribers here. I could easily, easily get people to use my referral code, this code, that code, and make a killing. Easy, right? People email me and ask me cryptocurrency questions all the time, and take my advice and sign up from and pay me to trade them, pay me to train them, and all kind of stuff. I'll train them, and I'll do some consulting with them, but I will not give them my referral code to go and mine anything. And when they ask me about mining, I tell them not to do it. Right? I tell them not to go mine. If you want Bitcoin, the easiest way to acquire Bitcoin is to buy it. The second easiest way to acquire Bitcoin is to find someone who knows how to trade, learn from them how to trade, and then trade Bitcoins. Do not trade Bitcoin versus USD. Don't trade Bitcoin versus USD. Do not trade Bitcoin versus fiat. Trade Bitcoin versus altcoins. Trayvon says, I'm a sweetheart. It's not that I'm a sweetheart, Trayvon. It's really not that I'm a sweetheart. It's the fact that because I'm always into making profit, but I can get on my Forex account, make some Forex trades, and that little bit of money that I would get from referral codes, I can make that literally in an hour. There is no reason for me to promote something that's shady, in my opinion. Even Genesis Mining. Genesis Mining may be the most legit mining site, but I've done my own personal test on it. And at the end of the year, if you do not share your at the end of the day, if you do not share your referral code, you will barely break even. I'm telling you. And if the cryptocurrency that you're mining stays at the same price, you will not break even. I'm telling you. I've done the math for myself. I'm not telling you something I'm not telling you my opinion. I'm telling you from my own experience. I'm trying to read the 00A says that was so emotional. I don't know what you mean by that. Crypto noob, what's up, man? And I'm not knocking anyone that wants to promote mining sites or referral, anything like that. But from my experience, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Like, it's not. I'm not that hungry for especially small amounts of profit. Like, I'm not that, you know what I mean? I'm not. And then on top of it, I look at it as giving, we all want Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, whatever cryptocurrency it is that you like, and Bitcoin and all that, to go mainstream and for people to adopt it and trust it. We can't be selling them dreams about something that might be bogus as far as mining, and be wanting and expect people to still adopt cryptocurrency. They get into stuff like certain mining sites and mining in general, and they get into stuff like the billion coin. The billion coin, they are the new one coin. That is the worst. And and TCC trade club, whatever it is, like the billion coin. And I feel really bad because they're all in Africa, taking advantage of those African people. That's what they're doing. In all actuality, they are taking advantage of those African people who really want a way out and really are looking for a way out, and they're trusting these people, and then you come and sell them something like the billion coin, or go and sign them up for some bogus mining site. For what? When you could actually just help them acquire their own Bitcoin. And in my opinion and in my experience, karma pays better than little profits in the long run. Karma is much better than small profits. All right. So that's my opinion on all of that. How long has this been running? I've been just ranting. You know, sometimes you gotta get up here and do your little crypto rants and say how you feel. But that's how I feel about that stuff. Um, you know, like I said, the billion coin, they're out there, and a lot of these dash coin and this coin, and they're out there taking advantage of people in these poor and third world countries and taking advantage of them. And then these same people would tell you that they want Bitcoin and this coin and their favorite cryptocurrency to go mainstream. How are people going to trust Bitcoin and all of these stuff after they got scammed for possibly out of their whole life savings, after people was telling them about the billion coin and BitConnect and all of this dumb stuff? I might be jumping the gun on BitConnect, but my opinion on BitConnect is, when you see smoke, there's fire somewhere, and there's a lot of smoke coming out of the billion coin. That smells real scammy. You know what I'm saying? But I may be jumping the gun on BitConnect, but the billion coin, TCC, Dash coin, these coins are taking advantage of people in these third world countries, and it's not right. And then, you know, they want to turn around and say that they want cryptocurrency to get mainstream adoption after they sat there and robbed people. How long has this been running? I'm just up here talking your heads off. Hey man, it is what it is though. So let me look. Waves. 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 My opinion on waves, and me and Tizen have very similar opinions on waves. And when waves first launched, that was one of the first things I said. It will never hit Poloniex. Bittrex is in a smaller, they're a smaller exchange, so they're possibly willing to take a little bit more risk. But if waves was ever to really catch on, they threaten centralized exchanges like Poloniex and Bittrex. So Poloniex isn't going to take the chance to list waves on their platform and have it go up and shoot up and become really popular and have people start using the decentralized exchange. Next thing you know, waves is like Poloniex, and then what are we gonna need Poloniex for? So that's waves. Digix DAO. All of these coins that are built on top of Ethereum and they don't do anything yet. I just want to know what they're going to do when the gas price is ridiculous. What are they going to do? Are they going to come to Ethereum Classic? Is Ethereum Classic working on something to combat this? All right. Andreas Antonopoulos, I was watching one of his videos the other day, and he said something that just like blew my mind. He was like, everybody's worried about, and mind you, I'm not technical, right? But I'm gonna have to take his word for this. Of the fact of Ethereum having 10 times worse scalability than Bitcoin, and Zcash having 100 times more of a scalability problem than Bitcoin. So Ethereum having 10 times worse and Zcash having 100 times worse than that. All right. And everybody's talking about Bitcoin and the scalability and this and that and the scalability. But then he said a lot of these coins are having the scalability problem because they haven't even left the harbor yet. Bitcoin is out in the deep water. These coins haven't even left the harbor yet. No one even really uses these things. All right. Now, this is not me down talking altcoins because like I said, I have multiple altcoins. I have lots of money invested into altcoins. Lots. All right. And mind you, I trade, so I have hordes of altcoins. And on top of me trading, people pay me in Bitcoin to train them. So I have hordes of cryptocurrency. So I want to see Bitcoin and altcoins succeed just as much as anybody else. All right. But I'm still a realist. And a lot of these cryptocurrencies, they are not battle tested. They are still young Spartans. They are not battle tested yet. Arc is in trouble. Now, I'm not going to say Arc is in trouble, but a really, really good idea, a really, really nice coin that I was interested in, the ICO, is going to be, they finished their ICO. They raised a great amount of money. And that's Cosmos. I think Cosmos is going to put Arc in a bit of trouble. All right. Even though Arc does have, talking about some features that Arc hasn't been talking about yet. I mean, that Cosmos haven't been talking about yet. But as far as Arc using the smart bridge technology, I think Cosmos, and mind you, I'm not super technical, I think Cosmos angle at attacking the problem as far as having hubs and different things like that, I think that Cosmos is going to be the coin to run away with that. Now, with me saying that, Arc still has something that is important. And they have the first movers advantage. All right. They have the first movers advantage. So they do have that. And sometimes that's all it takes. But as far as right now, I mean, as far as like just potential, I think that Cosmos may run away with the whole bridging of the different blockchains. James Buzz says, "You are smart, Chasethatcoin." Thank you very much, James. That means a lot coming from you, because I know you can be super trolly, and sometimes I know you just can't help yourself. But I appreciate that. Yeah. So, like I said in the beginning of this, it's not about subscribers to me. It's just about bringing quality content, being able to just to get my name out there. And as far as the cryptocurrency world, that means a lot to me. And having people trust the information that I'm bringing to them. As far like little profits, I'm not worried about little profits from these cryptocurrencies. I can make that with my eyes closed. I do. If for those of you who don't know, I am a skilled union laborer. I'm not a laborer, but a worker. I am a boiler maker. So when I get ready, I can get up and get paid $40 an hour to go and make boilers. I do that as well. Like it's just not. The little small profits don't really matter much to me, and I don't even do the boiler making like that because I can make money other ways. This isn't my first time being, getting exposed to money. Match pool makes no sense to me. Sorry, Trey. Match pool. I don't know. Match pool is not. I'm not big on match pool. I'm sorry. I'm just not. Maybe I gotta look a little deeper or something, but I'm just not big on match pool. I mean, it's funny that it's called match pool and the coins are called guppies or whatever, but I think that's funny. But as far as match pool itself, Bite ball. Let's look at bite ball. Only reason I'm kind of disappointed in bite ball, and I don't know if this is just people talking about bite ball or if this is coming actually from bite ball. Bite ball used the Bitcoin name to then turn around and talk about how much better it was than Bitcoin. And I don't mind that, mind you, because I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. I'd rather you be like Dash and just come out from the beginning and say, listen, point blank period, we're better than Bitcoin. If you do that, I respect it. That's gangster. I respect that. I don't respect, oh, yeah, we're gonna work hand in hand with Bitcoin and this and that. And then when you get a little momentum, talk about how better than Bitcoin you are. Why wasn't that a part of your pitch from the jump? Now, that doesn't mean that you can't make money off of it, but I would not advise anyone to go up there and buy a bite ball for $200 and nothing. Forget that. Don't do that. Now, if you got your address linked to one of those addresses that are linked to the airdrop and you're getting free bite ball, you are killing right now. You are killing. But if you got Bitcoin, do not go and trade your Bitcoin for no bite ball. That is insanity. Don't do that. And you heard that from me. Don't do that. But anyway, I don't want this one to be too long. I've already ranted and and talked you guys' heads off. my food is here, you know. No cooking today. You know, my food here, I had to order that up. Shout out to all the people who donate to my channel. Shout out to my 4 new students. You're definitely going to get your money's worth. Shout out to the people who email me and say kind words, who put kind comments under my channel. Shout out to Trayvon for making his videos and having his followers. Shout out to Craig Grant. Shout out to James Bond for being a master troll. Crypto Noob, shout you out. Chasing Crypto. I didn't even know that your name was Chasing Crypto. That's kind of close to Chase That Coin. I like that. I like that. Yeah, my food probably cold as hell. You're right. You're right. But yeah, if you want to take a one-on-one personal training with me, let me just give you guys a quick rundown. It is a 6-hour course. All right. It's broken down into 2-hour sessions. It's one-on-one. It's not me just giving you a bunch of videos and then you go, you know, you learn if you learn. All right. I take my personal time. I sit down with my students one-on-one. We're just like I'm talking to you guys. I can see the student. He can see me. I share my screen. I break down many facets, many levels of trading and get real deep into it. I get deep into the the psychology of trading. All right. I get into why traders lose. I get into 2 methods that I've made myself, the CCP method and the ESC method. All right. I get into price action. I get into mastering a triangle squeeze. I get into how to combine Fibonacci's with your support levels. I get into a lot within those one-on-one sessions, and I haven't had a student that's been upset or disappointed by it yet. So if you want to take that, email me, chasethatcoin@gmail.com. We can get further into the details of it. Shout out to you all. I appreciate you all 1,700 of you. The channel goes up in subscribers. I appreciate it. If not, I'm still happy with life. And keep chasing that coin, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be in the chat in a second.